Alright, so what if I told you that I could show you a deck based around Morphtronics, rolling dice, and that could extra link out your opponent? Well, today I'm hoping that I can show you guys some of that, and hopefully we can add a couple of different cards into the mix, stuff that we can use to not only negate our opponent from utilizing the extra monster zone, but hopefully doing other stuff such as negating spells and negating monster effects. So without further ado, I'm the Common Collector, and let's just get right on into the video. Alright, so before we get started, I'm just going to do a really quick overview of the deck. So running 3 Self Fawns, the 3 Smart Fawns, very similar to my original deck profile, but I have changed up a few things, so we'll get into that. 3 Vacuumins, the 3 Scopin, Tomb Boom Boxin, and Staplin. These are your main targets to go into Naturia Beasts, so once you can finally get them into your hand and graveyard, you want to keep them there. Then going on to Slingin and 1 of the Radion, 2 Remotin, and now going on into the spells, we've got our 3 Machine Duplication, lots of consistency and 3 ofs in the deck, 3 of the Morphtronic Repair Unit, 3 Accelerator, 3 of the Junk Box, your best spell that you definitely want to see next to Machine Duplication. And now for the newer cards, Morphtronic Map, I took out the Iron Wall or Iron Call that was in the deck before, just because I didn't like how it negated the effect of the monsters that it summoned back. So if you can combo Morphtronic Map and Accelerator, or if you can somehow combo with your Slingin, Morphtronic Map can work very well. Unfortunately, the mechanic of replacing your Morphtronic Map with another Morphtronic Map is no longer in the game, but anyways, Desynchro, I am keeping like the original Synchro type cards in here just to show that this can be used sort of universally. But anyways, going on 1 for 1 DDR, and a Monster Reborn. I wanted to keep in the Desynchros and stuff like that in order to, make it so if you want to run this deck the original way that I had set, you can. Or if you want to run it more with the Morphtronic Quasar, like the Morphtronic Quasar way, or if you want to do this extra linking version, you can too. So the cards that you'll need for your extra link are the 2 Link Karibo, Nightmare Cerberus, Phoenix, Proxy. Then going on, we have the Appaloosa, Boral Sword, IP, Masquerena, Saryuja. These cards are not really necessary, but the Boral Sword is definitely a nice one also if you need to go into that as well. Then going on some of the more necessary cards, you definitely need Naturia Beast. And then in order to get off your Quasar combo, you still have space for all of that. And just 1 Trishula in case nothing else is going right in your opening hand and you just gotta get rid of some cards. So now let's go on to one example of an extra link. Okay, so now that I have the deck shuffled up and ready to go, I'll just show you guys here. We are going to start off with 1 Self Fawn in the hand for this combo, otherwise everything else is going to be totally random. I'm going to go through 1 playthrough of the extra link. I should also probably explain what an extra link is at the beginning of the video. I'm going to get the opening hand here. So, 2 Self Fawns is not really the best thing that you want to see, but anyways, so an extra link is when you summon 1 monster in your extra deck zone, and then you have consistent following arrows that allow you to go up into your opponent's extra monster zone. So that's what we're going to be going in the first part of this video, and then we're going to see if we can go for some more hardcore ways at the end, going into Naturia Beast and possibly Appaloosa. So dice roll of Self Fawn with a dice roll of 3. We get to special summon Scopin out to the field. Now if we look at the rest of our hand, not very opportune. Usually you like to see a few more of the spell cards, but at least at this time we can use Scopin's special summon effect to get out our Boom Boxin, and then we can take our Self Fawn to go into our first Link Karibo, the first part of what we're trying to get to. Then we can also take these 2 and link them away for our Nightmare Cerberus. Then we are able to special summon our Self Fawn by, oh, these guys don't need to be banished. We will banish our Scopen in order to get out our Smart Fawn, use our Smart Fawn's effect with a dice roll of 5, very nice. That's what I was really hoping that we would see, is a Morphtronic repair unit. That's what's going to keep our plays going here. So, and you know, I did get a lot of comments on my last video of my deck profile for this. I'm just going to keep, oh, sorry, I'm going to keep going here. So, bringing this guy back now. I did get a lot of comments on suggestions. Sorry, there was a dice roll of 5 there. Suggestions on other cards to add into this deck, and I really do appreciate the help. It actually was what inspired me to put Morphtronic Map into this deck, or at least test it out. I'm not sure how much I like it, but keeping the Morphtronics at a high ratio in this deck so that you always get these 2 effects off is what I always try to go for most. So I'm going to use this Smart Fawn's effect for another search, dice roll of 6. And we will be able to add another repair unit into hand. We do have a monster in hand, so this is what our hand is looking like right now. So I think that this is going very, very well. So now we will be able to send these 2. Now this is why I also like keeping the Formula Synchron in here. If you were really in a bind, you could take these 2 and go into Formula, but that would kind of be counterproductive to what we're trying to do. So we will just link into our Proxy Dragon, and now we can activate another repair unit, sending our Scopen and getting back Selphon. Then we will use our Selphon's effect. As long as we can get 1 monster here, we get our extra link off. So we will then go ahead and we can get another Selphon. So this means that we can now take these 2 right here, turn them into our Nightmare Phoenix. So again, as if you're new to the extra link, as you can see, now our arrows are continuously pointing, and now we have a consistent arrow pointing up into our opponent's zone. So we will use our final Selphon's effect with a dice roll of 4. We can, oh my gosh, okay, so we can get another Smart Fawn. So we'll dice roll on there with a dice roll of 3. Dice roll of 3 showing, and we'll just take this repair unit as backup in case we would need it next turn. So that will be just sitting in our hand. Then we can go ahead and take our Selphon, go on into wherever he is, our final Link Karibo, and now we have completely, we have successfully done our extra link. So now at a moment like this, what you can do, since we still have some options, we have already completed this. So if we break these guys out of here, it's not going to stop any of this. So now, in my opinion, the best thing to do, since Nightmare Phoenix stops your cards from getting destroyed by battle, these guys are very susceptible to battle. Even though their effects can stop battles, we don't want to use their effects because we don't want them to leave. So what I would do in this instance, using Cerberus as a link 2, using Proxy as one material, and then using your extra Smart Fawn here as another material, you can now link summon into your Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. And now that means that you are going to be able to resist all of your co-linked monsters, and these are all co-linked. You can resist your co-linked monsters from getting destroyed by battle. And now these guys won't be destroyed by battle, and you can also negate up to 3 of your opponent's monster effects. So anyways, now we're going to go into some other combos where hopefully we'll be able to pair Appaloosa with Naturia Beast. Please stick around to the end of the video. There is a full power combo with Appaloosa and Naturia Beast. Music here is provided by Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By, and every combo here in this montage has me starting with Selphon and Machine Duplication in hand. Enjoy. Alright guys, so if you haven't been able to notice, we are at over 10 attempts on trying to make it work with just the Selfon and the machine duplication. So now what I'm going to move on to is sort of like an optimal 5-card combo hand draw. I know this might look a little bit weird, but we'll just get started here and we'll see how it looks. So we got the 1-for-1. We're just going to pitch our boombox in right away in order to get out a Selfon. And then we are going to use one of the machine duplications just to go into the other two right away. So for the rest of this video, what I'm attempting to do here is I'm attempting to get out Appaloosa, Naturia Beast, also finish off the extra link. That's the first thing. And besides that, also trying to protect the monsters with Nightmare Phoenix, who can protect them from battle. Usually protecting from card effects is better, but we have Naturia Beast and the Appaloosa for stopping stuff like that. So I think it would be really interesting and a very powerful setup to try to do that. So that's what we are aiming for here. We'll use this Selfon's effect, picking up a dice roll of 6. Very nice, and that's what I was hoping for. Now we have a Vacuumin. So that was sort of the reasoning why I took that second machine duplication. So we are going to use this Selfon's effect, take that for a dice roll of 5, and we will go ahead and take the Scopin again. Now we'll take these two, send them for Cerberus, and then we'll take, we'll use the final Selfon and the Scopin for Proxy Dragon. Then we can use Vacuumin with machine duplication. Oop, we'll leave him there. And now we can go ahead and pick up our other two Vacuumin from inside the deck for free. Note again that we started our turn with 1-for-1, so we still have not normal summoned. So we'll send those two for Phoenix, send Vacuumin in order to get out our Link Karibo, and we still have one junk box in hand, so we'll see how we can utilize that. So we'll pick up Selfon there, use Selfon's effect with a dice roll of 5. Now going on into, we have a Smartphone, so we will summon out that. We will send these 3 using Cerberus as 2 link material. We can go on into our Appaloosa, and then with Smartphone with a dice roll, we are going to hopefully with a dice roll of 2. Oh my gosh, guys, we did we did it right there. We can still normal summon yet this turn. I have been filming this for probably like an hour and a half now, and I tried a little bit of play testing the other day to see if this would work, but it actually is working here. So what we can do now is we will take these 2. We can go on into our Naturia Beast. Now, this means that we will be able to negate spell cards on our turn. Appaloosa was used with 3 monsters, so it has 2400 attack and is able to get out 3 negates. Nightmare Phoenix is going to stop our monsters that are co-linked, which these guys are co-linked, from getting destroyed by battle, which usually negating card effects is better than stopping battles, but the Link Karibos are pretty susceptible, and we don't want to use their effects to send a graveyard. So I think that this is a pretty powerful board. The only one who doesn't have protection from Phoenix, because he's not co-linked, he's just linked, I guess, is the Naturia Beast, but it will be able to stop spell effects and stuff like that. The only thing that this would really be susceptible is if this would get destroyed by battle, or if your opponent used Super Poly, which Naturia wouldn't be able to negate, stuff like that. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys want to look into more interesting videos like this. Leave me comments. Please subscribe. I usually respond to most of the comments, especially the positive ones. So just let me know what you guys thought about the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. It's Morphtronics, baby.